is Jane Baston and I'm the GSA's Vice President Academic for the 2020 to 21 academic year. It's my second year as a SAB as I was first elected to the role in April 2019 and I was lucky enough to be re-elected in April 2020. But before I was a SAB, I was also a student. I started my time at the University of Essex, where I studied genetics for 3 years, and then I moved to York, where I studied bioarchaeology in the Department of Archaeology. I focused very much on methods of extraction for ancient DNA, and although I do miss it, I do really enjoy my role as a SAB as well. So as it's my second year as a SAB, I've got lots of experience in how the university works, and if you want to read about what I did in my first year, I've written a whole blog post about that, so you're welcome to go and read that. But if you want to know what I'm doing in my second year, keep watching because I'm going to fill you in on all of my plans. So, as I've been doing this role for a year now, I know a lot about how the university works. And one of the things that I really noticed was that departments did things very differently between them. And that's great and amazing for when we're designing courses and when we're being innovative in our teaching. But when it comes down to things like supervising students, it's not so great because it means that everyone has a really different experience. So one of my big plans for this year is to work with departments to come up with a structure of how they do things a little bit more consistently. Two of the big areas that I want to look at are PGT supervision and career support for our research students. Another thing that I really want to do is I want to make sure that we keep supporting our graduate teaching assistants. So this year the GSA supported the UCU strikes and the university has committed to putting all of our GTAs onto contracts for the next year, and I'm really committed to working with UCU to make sure that they stand by that commitment. I also really want to make sure that we have lots of support for GTAs, so we run a GTA network and we also have a brand new role in our association council to make sure that GTAs are represented, and I'm really keen to make sure that we fill all of those positions. The other thing that I've been doing as well is that the GSA leads the National Postgraduate Officers Network, where we talk about things that are affecting postgraduates nationally. I help to coordinate a lot of those meetings and write up the minutes as well. And I really want to make sure this year that we're using that network to make sure that the postgraduate voice is listened to on a national scale and that we're raising a lot of the issues that are not just affecting York, but are affecting postgraduates across the country. But a little bit more locally as well, I also want to be working with the university on their governance structures. When I first started as a SAB, it was very confusing getting to know how all the committees work, learning how to read papers, understanding how everything worked. And while as students you don't necessarily need to know the ins and outs of it, that's where all the important decisions are being made. And I think it's my job as a SAB to make sure that you understand that, but also to make sure that if you want to find out more, then you can. So that's something that I'm going to be working with them with this year. And then the very final thing that I'm going to mention is our amazing course reps. So I've been working a lot this year to try and make sure that we have more support, and that's something that I'm going to be continuing to do over the next year, whether that's course rep socials, whether that's our newsletter, whether that's training as well, because course reps are so important to make sure that we have postgraduate voice at all levels. So those are my rough plans for the year. If you want to get involved in anything that I've mentioned, if you've got ideas on how to help, or if you think there's something huge that I've missed, then please do get in touch with me. You can find my email and all of my contact details on our website. But I really look forward to meeting lots of you and getting to know you and getting you all involved in the campaigns that I'm running. Bye!